Hola, mi gente. How you guys doing? This is Julio with his daily chats. Today, Sunday, again, gloomy, raining, cold outside, and most of us are indoors, quarantine, or doing the best we can to stay away from crowds. And this has created a lot of anxiety in a lot of people. I know it has for me because I am always out doing something. And I can do a lot of stuff in my house, but because of the other stuff that I've been doing outside and in my businesses, which are all basically closed, this has created something that I've never been through in a long time that I can remember, which is basically, seriously, aside from campaigning what? So basically it's putting out chats, sending out emails once in a while. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, my father used to say que no hay mal que por bien no venga. So what's the good that can come out of this? And I started thinking, aside from the fact that we're all using the internet to try to just expand whatever it is that we're doing, and most candidates are doing this at this time to basically expand their campaigns. I was thinking that some of the ideas that we can also begin to do is stay away from the internet. Yeah. And do some old-fashioned stuff. How about just spending time at home with your significant other, your children at home? When was the last time you guys actually sat on the floor and played something like checkers, parcheesi, dominoes, some hand table games? Be creative. When was the last time that, without using the internet, that you can just stay home and what else can you do? Well, how about that closet, man, that you've been dying to get to and do something and try to hook it up? Well, you might have the time now. You'd be surprised what you might find in there, like I found. How about that extra room or that basement that you've been dying to just go and straighten up a little bit? That could be a project. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can do if you really think about it, that doesn't require you to be on the internet all the time or just to be fixated on some electronic way to communicate with people, or continue to follow this Facebook phenomena that 80% of it is just false information, and the only other 20% that could be for family and stuff, which is cool. But other than that, try to inside, in your house, without going outside, without even using the internet. What other things can you do? I saw there's something this morning about people dealing with, remember the old puzzles, the jigsaw puzzles and stuff people used to put together, buy a box, 100 pieces, put it together, 1,000 pieces. Sometimes it took 3 or 4 people from the family to do it together. That's another possibility. Bring serious quality time with the family. And with yourself, well, how about doing some real old novel things like read? Yeah, how about read? Look, I'm sure all of you have some type of library at home, or you have some books laying around that you probably bought that you haven't had a chance to look at. I know I do. And I'm reading like 2 or 3 books at one time. So now I got the time to finish them. So besides reading just 1 chapter or 2 a day, now I can read maybe a little bit more. So I'm trying to do that. Also, what about writing? And I know that I've been getting a lot of people telling me about writing, and I've been seriously thinking about it. I have like a couple of other books that I've been, I started after the one that I wrote that won several awards on Fidel Castro's visits to the Bronx in 1995. That kind of motivated a lot of my friends and family, saying, whoa, you didn't think you were an award-winning author, right? Well, how about writing? So I'm getting there. I'm giving you the advice that I'm trying to get myself to do a little bit more writing. Also, in terms of, if you're not a writer, you'd be surprised what you can do. Maybe you're a poet. Sit down and take a pencil and just write some thoughts down. You might come up with a fantastic poem. Drawing. Maybe you didn't think that you were an artist, but I don't know, buy a paint set or get some of your colorful pencils and markers and see what you can come up with. Just entertain yourself. Get that other part of the brain, relaxing and expanding its thoughts. Those things can happen. So these are the things that I am recommending to you, because in a sense, I'm recommending them to myself. So aside from all the, mad dash, rush stuff, one of the things is that I realized that Blanca and I, we spend a lot of quality time. And though we've been together several years, I think we spend more time this period being together and learning more about each other and just, bonding than we've ever had. Seriously, because she was working out there, I was working out there, come in, I'm campaigning, she's doing her stuff, I'm doing there, and we get together, we sleep together, we eat together, and then we're doing our own stuff. Well, now guess what? We've been together almost 24/7. And we ain't about killing each other yet. So there are a lot of valuable things that you can do with your significant other and family members that you don't have to be, relying so much on the internet or on television. So use the time wisely. And this is my advice. This is my chat. One of my chats for today. I'm also going to be doing a lot more educational chats. People have been asking me to do more of those. The stuff that I did on the Jones Act, the stuff that I did on what's happening in our district with some of the issues that I want to bring out. The whole marijuana reform, the whole criminal justice reform, the whole issue with NYCHA, some of these great ideas that, people think that we're touching the right, tone on our issues. So I'll be doing more of those as well. So if you haven't gone into our channel yet, Julio Pabon, I have a channel on YouTube, and I will continue to send out the links through Facebook. But if you just get on it, that way you'll always have them whenever you need them. I'm going to be discussing many different issues, and I'll bring those out as soon as I can continue to have the time when I'm not doing the other stuff that I told you I was going to do, like maybe sit down and write, sit down and clean the closet, or that basement that I have memorabilia there from Latino Sports. When we had the store and we closed it about 13 years ago, found some very interesting stuff on sports that I might just put out now and put them online and see if we can sell some of this stuff, because God knows we all need some extra money now. So be looking forward to all these things that we have, that I'm suggesting that you do, that I myself am doing. All right, so God bless you, and let's stay in touch, because I said this revolution is and will be televised.